So let's talk a little bit about exceptionalism. There is a basic human need to be seen truly as we are. And that can sometimes get reshaped into a need to be different and better than everyone else. Of course, in this era, there's kind of a generic, broad-based celebration of attributes that are fundamentally narcissistic. And, some individuals are further out on that spectrum than others, but it is part of the zeitgeist that we move through, that we come up in. And on the spiritual path, we need to be careful and reflective about our own need to be exceptional. That can steer us in the wrong direction, not only, of course, in our own journey to recognize things as they truly are, which is one of getting out of our own way, shedding our exceptionalism, shedding our selfness. But it can get in the way early in the process or repetitively, iteratively along the process in terms of a displaced or projected need upon the teacher, our teacher, to be exceptional in these measured, apparent ways. And that in turn drives would-be teachers to emphasize their own exceptional nature and become the only one who is permitted to X. Now there are infrastructures of social validation that can be useful. But there are also, most of those, I can't think of any that aren't, are susceptible to becoming gained or political in some way. So it's hard to trust them fundamentally. So as a practitioner, as a student, as a teacher, we have to see ourselves clearly. We have to identify that need. I want to talk about it mostly in terms of the need for a student to be exceptional in themselves, to get that approval, that acknowledgement from a teacher. But equally importantly, the student's need for the teacher to be exceptional, which is a displacement of judgment. It is saying, I don't have the confidence to judge you directly. So I need to see this box checked and this box checked. And, in academics, you need a PhD from Harvard or Yale or whatever. But you can see, if you use that as your only validation, there are innumerable instances in which it doesn't hold that bucket's got a hole in it, as it were. That's true in the spiritual context as well. people who are ordained or come back from faraway lands with fantastical stories about their teachers. And we need to recognize as we interface with that, our own desire for that to be a certain way, either to reject it because you have a bias that everybody's a liar, or to allow it to kind of influence you in a imbalanced way. In the Tibetan systems, there are, acknowledged tulkus who, I think, largely that's probably useful and verifiable in the ways that one can. And then in other ways, it becomes this item on your business card that presents you in a certain way to those who are exposed to you. So my main point is that if we recognize our need for that and the particular ways in which we establish validation for someone, then we can be less under the influence of that. And so, you might have a bias toward a particular publisher of a spiritual teacher's book, or for them to be ordained or recognized or acknowledged by a particular teacher, a particular lineage, these kinds of things. So what I'm advocating here for is the dangerous precipice of trusting yourself without those measurements. And if you have a certain take on someone, ask yourself why you have that take. It's because they wear a robe or have a top knot or have certain words on their website, or is it rather that you feel something directly and clearly that gives you trust in the authenticity? And then you need to trust yourself in your own authenticity, your own directness, and rely less on titles and external validation. So there are ways in which this connects to another topic I'd like to explore, but I think I'll do it in another video, and that is about ordination itself and lineages and without being a historian, particularly, the way those things play out today. Now that might be different, or in any case, how one needs to see it clearly for what it is. That's it for now. Identify in yourself any need to be exceptional and how that plays out in the things you need from the people around you.